SQL questions which usually carries 15 marks, and here I am having some of the interesting questions. See, observe the question, observe the table basically very carefully before answering. Okay, so consider this particular table. Let me divide it with rows and columns so that everything will be observed very properly. This is my column 1, this is my column 2, this is my column 3, this is my column 4, and this is my another column. Okay, these are my columns. Okay, let me give one single line for my header part of this particular table only, and let's solve this particular question whatever is mentioned. So here it has given, display the S name and city of all persons whose commission is exactly 0.10, and we need to write the SQL queries for it. So let's start. If display is asked, so undoubtedly we will be writing what? Select. We will be selecting what all things need to be selected. Name, city, right? So what's the name? S name. Acha, name is exactly given here. So I will be selecting S name, I will be selecting city. Then here first I need to consider the table name, then I will be writing what all conditions are given. So from what's the name of the table? It's salesperson. Yeah, I have selected these all columns from the table. Now I need to think about the condition. So wherever conditions are given, which is the most frequently used command? Where what is given? Whose commission is exactly 0.10. So what's the name of the commission? It's commission only. So where we can write commission. It's a very easy question. Where commission is equal to 0.10, semicolon. That's it. See, so what will be displayed? Only the S name. So I can write over here the output that you can observe from this. S name will be there, city will be there, and it will be printing only of those whose commission is 0.10. 0.10, so we are having 2. So its S name will be printed Veena, with the city name Mumbai, and the other thing that will be printed is Farah. Do you know what I'm writing here? Whenever you will be writing this particular code, what will be displayed? I'm just writing the output. How will this output look like? Again, Mumbai. So you will be finding this particular table in your output screen whenever you will be learning this particular command that we have just written. Okay, this will be with rows and columns. Now let us talk about number 17. Display the names of salespersons who are not from Delhi and whose name starts with D. See, we have, this is a very important one. Whenever something starts with a particular character, what command needs to be used? So as display the name, select S name I will be using. As we are selecting the name, see here it has not given the exactly the same that we need to select. So you need to think names of the salesperson is stored in S name, so I have selected that. So select S name. Select S name, only this has to be selected. So after that I will be writing the name of the table. I will be mentioning the name of the table. So salesperson selected. Now what I need to see, who are the people who are not from the Delhi. So I can write where 2 conditions, people who are not from the Delhi and whose name starts with D, their names has to be displayed in form of a table. So where I can write city is not equal to Delhi. This is one of the condition, and with this another condition also has to be true. So I will be using AND as the logical operator. And as we are talking about here starts, so do remember we will be using start, okay, and you will be using the character that has to be checked. And if you are checking for starts with, then you will be using a percentage sign just after it. And if you are checking for ends with, you will be checking, you will be first be writing the percentage sign, then you will be writing the character. Do remember, this is a very important one. Now the number 18 question. Write a query to list all salesperson's detail ordered in descending order of their date of joining. Very interesting question this is. So what way I need to select? All the salesperson's details. All means what? I will be using asterisk, and thereafter I will be first be considering my table name. So salesperson. Okay, already all of them are selected, and now I need to print them in accordance with date of joining, that is of descending order. Okay, so if I'm referring to something and if I'm talking about any type of order, so which command is used? Order by. Order by will be used. Then it is talking about DOJ, which is my date of joining. Okay, is it correct? Yes, DOJ will only be taken. By DOJ, that too in which order? DEC, that is descending order. Easy? Yeah. Number 19. Display the total number of salespersons present in the table. Also display the maximum commission offered to them. Okay, so there are two questions. What we need to display? Total number of salesperson. Total means what? Total means what? I will be using count wala command. So select, display all of them. What I need to check, but here I need to check total number of salespersons present in the table. So select, I can write total number of salespersons. So I will be using count. I will be checking it for the salesperson. So here I have already used count asterisk because I need to check for whole of this particular table. From salesperson okay, then what I need to check, also display, also means I can write it independently. Also display maximum commission offered. See, here we will be using which type of function? Do you remember which type of function is used? Max, that is an aggregate function. So I can write again, select, what I need to select? Display the maximum. So select, max function will be used, and I need to check the maximum commission. So the name of my table is commission, so I have added up commission here. Select commission. From where I need to check? From the table. That's it. Salesperson. Did you get why I have written both of them independently? Because see, here it has never said that they both will be written all together. This is a different question. Also display wala question is also different. That's why I have written both of them independently. Now the question is, write an SQL command to permanently delete the records of the salesperson whose SID is S104. Means here it is saying to cut this off, this particular row or the record from this particular table. Okay, so for permanently deleting something, we are having a command that is delete. What we need to delete? Delete from salesperson. I will be deleting salesperson. Okay, where I will be finding SID is equal to S104. That's it. So what will happen if we will be writing this? Whole of the row will be erased or will be deleted permanently, we can say. Okay, now we are having some of the interesting questions, that is long answer and integrated practicals. Okay, let's go through them. So here it says, based on the salesperson table that we have just rightly done, write the SQL queries for the following. Acha, again SQL queries. Display the city wise average commission. See, Let us break this particular question out whenever you are ever be getting in your exam. So what's the table here? See what all things you need to figure out. Is table name given? Yes, that is salesperson. What is it trying to find out? Display the city wise average commission. City wise means what? Group by city. Then it is trying to find out the average for the commission, so you can say average commission. See, I'm just breaking this question into 3 different parts, then I will be arranging as I need. What I need to select? Display the city wise, so I will be selecting city. Easy. Now frame all of them. Understood? First I have figured out which table and what groups it need to follow. It is here following the group of city. Then what is it finding out? Average commission. That is why I have used the command avg, mathematical function, aggregate function. And for the commission, what we need to select? Here as you can see, display the city wise. That is why I have selected city. Now I will be arranging all of them all together. This is the very basic step that any student can follow for writing their answer correctly. Okay, select city, comma, average commission. I need to figure out the average commission from the name of the table. Let me write it just below this. Salesperson. Okay, which are grouped by what? City. Over. If you are unable to figure out the SQL code all at a time, break them down into different components. Okay, now it's your turn. Just pause this and try it for the second bit. Okay, so what does it give? Display the name of the cities. See what we need to select? We need to select city, select that have more than one salesperson. Okay, so here what we need to select? The salesperson. Salesperson means what? It is talking about the whole sum of the table itself. So here city will be selected. Display the name of the cities that have more than one salesperson. Acha. So here our category that we need to take, that will be also city, because here it is considering that we need to figure out the number of the salesperson that are greater than one, that is in accordance with the city. So group by city will be used, and here my checking need to be that my salesperson means what? All together the whole table. So asterisk I will be counting whole of the table. So counting means what? This whole of the table means this, that is greater than 1. That's all. Now let me rearrange all of them. So I need to select the city. Every time whenever you are writing code, you need to talk in this particular way. As soon as we are writing command for the select, we are then considering the table. So from salesperson, this is my table. Okay, so it needs to be group by in accordance with the city, because we do not have something other. Here I will be using having for checking about this particular counter that is given. Count whole of the table wherever it is greater than 1, wherever our salesperson is greater than 1. Over. See, here also we have broken down this particular question and we have attempted. Okay, now let us move to question number 22. DDL, DML and integrity. A developer is creating a table project with columns PID, okay, and is saying it is an integer. PID is the integer, P name is the string, and deadline is the date. And what does it say? Write command to create the project table, ensuring that PID is the primary key and P name. Acha, constraints. This question is from constraint. Okay, here it has given us the constraints that whenever you will be considering PID as an integer, you also need to reflect that it is a prime key. primary key as well. Let's do write the commands to create. So let us create a table. Mindfully observe what all codes I am writing. Okay, create table I will be writing, then I will be writing the name of the table, that is project here. Okay, then round bracket will be start, that is the parenthesis. Then two details are given, PID which is integer, right? So first the name of the column, then its data type, then its constraint, primary key. Okay, this one is over, comma. I have already written for my first column. Then for the second column, p name cannot be left null. So p name, it has to be string, that means worker. Let me consider around 110 number of characters. Let us consider this is the limit. But another thing that it is highlighting is to be not null. It has not to be null. Then what does it say? Not null. Write a command to create the project. PID is the primary key, already written. P name cannot be left blank. Okay, finish. So now we can use a we can just close this and we can use a semicolon. That's all. That is what this question is asking, right? Then number 2, write the command to insert a new record. I will be inserting a new record. If a new record has to be inserted, which is the command that is one of the most famous one, insert. Directly I will be inserting. So inserting into the name of the table, that is project, and I will be writing the entire record what is mentioned. Okay, so at first I will be mentioning all of my I could say the headings of the columns where these all things are added. So PID, in PID things will be added, in P name things will be added, and deadline is also given. Deadline also 2025, that is 10:30. Okay, so deadline also a particular row is present that has to be mentioned, deadline. Okay, as soon as you do this, so here we are saying into these all columns or this all PID and P name and deadline, I will be now adding values. Okay, here you will be writing what all values are given in the question. So the values 105, and the name as a string, so that has to be kept in a single quote, that is e-commerce. Thereafter a deadline is 2025 10:30, 2025 10:30, 10:30 and a single quote. Okay, then a semicolon. Over. Okay, so we have already done 3 of the most beautiful questions from this particular area. So Python SQL connect with, write a Python program snippet assuming the connection is already established using MyDB and cursor object. Okay, this is from the our using of Python in the database. Okay, so ignore this question. I will be bringing some other videos where we will be learning interference or uses of Python in our database management system. I hope you have learned something very insightful throughout this particular session, right? Okay, thank you so much for watching this particular video. Keep watching these videos, like to this particular video. If you are first time watching this, subscribe to this particular channel. If again you are first time visiting this particular channel, and all the best for your examination. Bye bye.